A recent documentary-style episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 confronts a harsh reality about StarFleet head-on. Written by Catherine Lynn and Alan B. McElroy and directed by Sharon Lewis, What is StarFleet? Employs a distinctive framing technique to deliver a classic Star Trek tale that grapples with difficult issues regarding the United Federation of Planets and Starfleet. The title of the episode, What is Starfleet? Prompts Umberto Beto, Ortegas Minnerlucan, to investigate what separates the Federation from an empire. Beto raises the topic of whether Starfleet officers are colonizers because they frequently pose as troops. While Star Trek, Deep Space Nine and Star Trek Discovery have previously addressed the more sinister facets of Starfleet and the Federation, Strange New Worlds confronts the difficult issues head-on. The episode What is Starfleet? Concludes, perhaps too simplistically, that the people make Starfleet what it is, but it also affirms that every Starfleet officer must be ready to fight if necessary. Even though Starfleet's main objective is exploration, almost every ship in the fleet is armed to the teeth. The oath required by Starfleet officers, which includes a pledge to defend its security, is recited by Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, in Beto's documentary. This means that officers must always be ready to fight. Every officer learns how to manage themselves, even though security guards like Lieutenant Lan Nunyansing, Christina Chong, are frequently the most skilled combatants on a starship. Among the many combat-trained officers aboard the Starship Enterprise is Dr. Joseph Mbenga, Babs Alyasamakan. During the Klingon War, Dr. Mbenga served on the front lines and gained a reputation as a fierce fighter. He currently practices healing. In What is Starfleet? Beto confronts Mbenga about some of his more dubious decisions, but the physician doesn't discuss the more sinister facets of his history. While serving as the Enterprise's chief medical officer is his main responsibility, Dr. Mbenga has assisted in combat training a number of officers. In order to highlight the evident combat training that Starfleet members undergo, What is Starfleet? Also features Lan conducting a weapons training exercise. Beto raises concerns about the Enterprise's weaponry and crew members' combat prowess in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 7. Lan maintains that given how unpredictable, uncharted space can be, it would be stupid for the Enterprise to travel any place without weapons. Although Lan notes that the Enterprise's armaments are mainly defensive and that the goal is to not have to use them, she concedes that the Enterprise will defend itself and, in some cases, launch an initial attack. Violence is occasionally required, even according to Lieutenant Spock, Ethan Peck. However, he quickly adds that Vulcans have many more ways to handle this than humans. Although Starfleet orders the Enterprise to intervene in an unbalanced conflict between the Lutani and the Khazar in What is Starfleet? The program doesn't give much background information on the conflict. The Jikaru, a monster that the Lutani have modified to serve as a makeshift weapon, is the subject of the story instead. While Star Trek Strange New Worlds tended to be more upbeat, What is Starfleet? Should have gone a little further in its examination of the Federation and its role in interplanetary battles. Nevertheless, the episode poses several thought-provoking queries and, in the end, admits that Starfleet shares more characteristics with a military institution than its captains would occasionally like to concede. Thank you for watching.